Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Chantal. And if you want to get into the actual video, you can skip ahead a little bit because I'm just going to say the satellite imagery credit to this image for NOAA, and I did not add, I did add the text on the screen. No, NOAA did not add that. This was modified a little bit by me. So anyways, let's get into today's video. So as you can see here, Tropical Storm Chantal is currently sitting off the South Carolina coast, and it is a, as I said, tropical storm as of now. You'd see it's expected to make landfall as a tropical storm, 65 mile per hour wind gusts with 55 mile per hour sustained winds. That will be damaging winds, severe wind gusts of over 60 miles per hour. That will be something to look out for. But as it moves further inland, crossing the North Carolina border, it does weaken a little bit to 45 mile per hour wind gusts and sustained wind 35 miles per hour. So it does weaken a little bit there into a tropical depression as it does cross the North Carolina-South Carolina border area. And once it moves in towards Raleigh, you can see there that it becomes a post-tropical depression. So max wind gust 45 miles an hour, maximum wind, sustained wind 35 miles per hour. There you can see we have tropical storm warnings all up and down the southern North Carolina coast as well as the northern South Carolina coast. Up from around let's see, what area is this? So you can see Long Bay there, just south of Myrtle Beach, where it will make landfall. So around the Georgetown area, where the tropical storm warnings extend all the way up towards Jacksonville, North Carolina, closer to Wilmington, North Carolina. Tropical storm watches for around the Charleston coastal area. So most likely arrival time of tropical storm force winds. This is Saturday 8 p.m. closer to the Charleston area, Sunday 2 a.m. closer to that Georgetown area, and then Sunday 8 a.m. closer to that Wilmington, Jacksonville area. Sunday 8 p.m. closer to the Greenville, Raleigh, and Durham area, as well as portions of Greensboro there, who could get some wind, but probably not as bad as areas to the east. Although, So if we look at some other stuff, potential rainfall amounts, we got especially the Myrtle Beach area, closer to 4 to 6 inches there. Probably most likely, most areas 2 to 4. There could be some isolated areas in here, as you can see right there, of 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. Although a larger area, especially the Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, and Hatteras area, will be probably receiving around 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Other areas will probably, outside of the greens and the yellows, will probably not be receiving much rainfall from the system, although this can change because this is the day 1 to 2 rainfall forecast. As it says, local point maximum rainfall may be higher than shown, so even areas outside it could still see a good inch of rainfall. I think that was, now Weatherwise, thank you to them for letting me use some of their products in this video. Credit to them for this. So let's look at the satellite imagery of the storm, and we'll see. Yeah, you could see the storm here. Some outer bands here beginning to impact areas in North Carolina here, as well as areas of Charleston and Myrtle Beach. Some outer bands. Yeah, you can see this main band, or I don't know if it's like main band, I guess like larger band you could say, moving in towards the New Bern area in North Carolina. So let's see. You could see, the center of the storm, it looks to be somewhere in this area, somewhere in here. That's where the center of the storm should be. There may be some, bands along with this moving into South Carolina and Georgia there. It's hard to tell what's really associated with this and what's not, I guess, because the boundary it formed along here. It formed along a boundary, as you could see. I'm not sure if that is the exact boundary it formed along, but it did form along a boundary, and I'm pretty sure that's the boundary that caused it to form. Or I don't know if I should say caused it to form, but it just formed along there. You can see a large weather system moving through the, Great Lakes region, I guess. A large weather system there, bringing some severe weather with it, as well as in Colorado and Montana. I'll keep an eye on that. And if I do need to go live today, I should be able to go live. Let's see. What's this? So let's see. Particularly dangerous situation flash flood warning just issued for Texas. Well, I'm not sure when it was issued, but it expires in 1 hour. So, in Texas down there, I know they've been getting a lot of flooding, and here's a particularly dangerous situation flash flood warning. Let's see. So when was this issued? 1:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time. No, that was issued about 2 hours ago, but still. Marble Falls, Burnett, and Bertram, and Liberty Hill. They're in a particularly dangerous situation, flash flooding, which is definitely something to watch out for. See, they only issue that for if there's considerable flash flooding. So please be aware of that if you live in those areas or if you are in those areas. But anyways, back to the tropical storm. Tropical storm warning expires in 6 hours. You can see the Charleston area is in a tropical storm watch, and off the coast there, they're in a tropical storm warning, as well as areas inland like Myrtle Beach. So let's see. I think that's all on here. What just happened? Alrighty, I got is fixed now. So you would see this is valid from 8 a.m. Eastern time, July 5th to 8 a.m. Eastern time, July 6th. So you'd see here the severe weather threat for the northern plains there, as well as the heavy rain and flash flooding possible for areas on the coast of South Carolina. So also flash flooding threat here for Texas. As we saw there, the flash flood, particularly dangerous situation, as well as a large portion of the country that could see thunderstorms within this 24-hour period. So let's move on to July 6th. This is valid from July 6th, 8 a.m. Eastern, till July 7th, 8 a.m. Eastern. And you could see here that the thunderstorm risk is very wide across the states here. You can see a lot of areas under that risk, and by tomorrow, Chantal will should be starting to make landfall there across the Carolinas, close to the Myrtle Beach area. So severe thunderstorms possible across portions of the plains and into the Rockies here, and as well as a large system here, a cold front moving across the United States here. So now let's move on to the watch warning advisories. As we saw here, some tropical storm warnings are in effect for areas along the Carolinas, as well as some flood alerts. There we go. I was having trouble getting that sentence out. Some flood alerts in Texas. So, as we move up here towards Montana and Wyoming, we can see a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for portions of Montana, as well as some severe thunderstorm warnings. So, hail up to tennis ball size likely, scattered gusts of 75, and frequent lightning. So, that there could be some significant severe weather there, especially the 75-mile-an-hour winds. And let's see. So, then up in the northeast, you can see we have heat alerts for New York, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, as well as Connecticut, for portions of those states. As well as we have some alerts in Arizona that are extreme heat watches, air quality alerts, and beach hazard statements. Where's the beach? Oh, the beach hazard statements are in California there. I'm not sure what it was for. Let's see. Elevated surf up to 6 feet with expected potentially up to 7 feet along south-facing beaches there. So, as well as a severe thunderstorm warning in Iowa. So, now let's go to the Climate Prediction Center, and you can see below average temperatures for really just around the Kansas area, and to the southeast and for the west, above average temperatures are expected. As you can see for Alaska there, below average temperatures are expected. And the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, you can see above average precipitation for the eastern United States and below average precipitation for Utah, Nevada, portions of Idaho, portions of Oregon and California, as well as Colorado there and Wyoming. So, also for the Pacific Northwest here, Seattle area in Washington, you can expect above average precipitation as well as portions of the Southwest into Texas. So, now let's move to the 8 to 14 day outlook. I should say these two outlooks were valid from July 10th to the 14th of this month, and then this one is valid from the 12th to the 18th of this month. So you can see temperatures really starting to become above average here. And also here you'd see below average precipitation still lingering around for those areas, and above average precipitation for the northwest, east, and southwest. So, let's see. Here is the hazards outlook. You can see extreme heat risks for a lot of the nation here, a lot of the northwest, the southwest, south central, southeast, and northeast. Really, the plains here is in the Great Lakes region, as well as portions of the Rockies here, is really the only ones that are not risking extreme heat, and some portions in between these. So, it could be potentially hot in these areas. So, Storm Prediction Center, they want to note there's an enhanced risk of severe weather for portions of Montana, South Dakota, and Wyoming, as well as a slight risk from Montana all the way down to Kansas and also Colorado. And then a marginal risk of severe weather for the East Coast there, the Carolinas and the Carolina region around the border there. That is for tornadoes. So there could be some tornadoes with that system there, tropical system. And then tomorrow you could expect a slight risk of severe weather for the plains here, portions of the plains into Colorado there, as well as a marginal risk here in Maine, and then another marginal risk of severe weather for that tropical system here, and that could bring tornadoes. So, wind risk and hail risk, not really a problem with the tropical system. And then, let's see. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.